Hi friends, we are out on this beautiful sunny day walking through our property, and we are going to go out collecting shag bark for
Shag Bark Hickory Syrup.
Shag Bark Hickory Syrup. And guys, this trail is no joke in the snow. You can see where the deer walk right through where our garden is going to be. Here's what we're looking for. A shag bark hickory tree. We'll just take off the really loose pieces. Shag bark hickory, the bark literally is just hanging right off. Look at that piece. It's just huge. So you never want to remove it to the point to where you would hurt the tree. So right here I'm meeting resistance, so I'm just going to break it off the top and the bottom because I don't want to pull the protective layer of the tree off. Here is our bucket of hickory bark. Here are the pieces that you really want because they've got this nice brown to them. You can see how some of the other pieces are a little drier. See, this is a little drier than say this one here. You can see the difference between the two. We've already taken and we've brushed off all these pieces, so if there was any loose bugs or that sort of thing, we've brushed them off. So now, warm up the oven at 350. We're gonna put these on a cookie sheet, spread them out in a relatively thin layer. Okay, there's our cookie sheet full of bark. I just layered it up. It's not too deep. Now we're gonna put it in the oven for 20 minutes, and that's just to kill off anything that might still be on there, any kind of fun. Okay, it's been 20 minutes, and we're gonna take the bark out of the oven, where my honey is. And it smells delicious in here. It smells almost like maple syrup. Now we're transferring the bark to some pans, pots on the stove. It is hot. So you're gonna cover the bark with water. We turned up the flame because we want it to come to a boil, and then we'll turn it down to a simmer and let it simmer for 20 minutes. Okay, the pots have been simmering for 18 minutes. So we've got 2 minutes left. And then we will strain the bark out and collect the juice for tea. We got a pot full of there touching. How do you know when that fills up? Because that one's a small pot on the bottom.
I don't know yet, but the bark actually takes up a lot of.
Nice.
And we'll filter this again, actually. We actually put it in containers. Because we want to filter this one more last time to get out any of the sands that may accumulate from when we add sugar to it.
Get nice and steamy.
Yep.
Okay, we brought both of the containers simmered down and then combined them to one pot, and now we're just boiling that down to a nice dark dark color. Pretty pretty. Okay, that is about the color that we're looking for. We did it a little lighter the last time, so this is the color that we're looking for. So basically right now it's just a hickory bark tea. There's no sugar or anything in it. So now that it's the color that we want, we're going to measure to see how much liquid we have, and we're going to add the same amount in cups worth of sugar. Okay, we just transferred it from that pot to this one and measured it with the big measuring cup. There is 16 cups of liquid, hickory barkwood. So that means we are going to add 16 cups of sugar and mix it until it dissolves. Now that we added all of the sugar, we need to bring it up to between 217 to 225 degrees. We are nowhere near there. So we're gonna keep cooking that and we will come back later. Okay, it took us a while to finally get the syrup to the 219 degrees, but now that we finally got it that far, we turned off the flame and we are ladling the syrup into clean jars all the way up to about 1/4 of an inch headspace, so it's like up to the first line. And we're gonna wipe the rim with a washcloth that is soaked in vinegar, just to clear off any sugar solution syrup that got on the rim before we add a clean top and a ring. You can tighten it pretty hard with your fingers. Yep. And then you're gonna bring it right over here, put it on its side. There you go. All it does is make sure that the syrup gets on all areas of the jar lid, so the little rubber gasket that's in there, it just makes sure that it gets it nice and hot. We're not doing it to get a fake seal, so as soon as we're done filling one, we'll pick the other one back up, just like he did with that one, just to give it a few seconds, and then we start the process all over again. Alright, there's all the finished jars, ready to cool. All set, they look beautiful. It's very hot, but... And this is what the syrup looks like. Yum yum!
I've got the important pretty pink mitts. That's the important part. If you don't have pink mitts, it won't come out right.